And good evening, guys. Today is July 4th. We are back to the Lump and Mimi show.
Mimi and Lump.
God dang it. I messed that up every time, guys. I apologize. The Mimi and Lump show. We let the ladies be first today. The ladies will be first today.
Absolutely.
What's up, sis?
Not much, brother. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I see we had another exciting event go on over the weekend.
Absolutely, we did. I got questions and comments.
Oh, and I got some comments and concerns.
All right. Where you want to start today, brother?
Oh, we're going to start off with going ahead and congratulating some of our winners from over past weekend at the U.S. Open down in Orlando, Florida at the Coronado Springs Resorts.
Absolutely. Disney
World,
Land, any of them. They're all Disney.
Big shout out to Bailey Murphy for pulling out one of the overalls. Big shout out to little sis Morgan Plowden for pulling out one of the overalls.
Good fighting.
Very good fighting. Congratulations to all the other winners. You know, we watched, but we're not going to tell it all. We're going to let the show tell it.
Yeah.
All right.
Dig it, baby.
So, sis.
Yes, sir.
Last week, I had a question for you that I did not have enough time to get into because we had an exciting ass show last week.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to start the show off today with the question.
Okay.
My question is, and if you guys want to comment, you're more than welcome to comment. Can you be the best fighter in the world and still lose? Can you be the best fighter in the world and still lose? And since I want your input on that question right there.
That's a damn good question.
Because I know you're one of the best fighters, best women fighters of the world.
Oh.
And I know you have lost a few times.
A lot of. Not a little bit, but a lot of times. A lot of bitter times.
And I still hear people saying that you're the best in the world.
I appreciate that, but I don't know if they know what they're talking about right now. But that's okay. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, brother. That's a good ass question. And really, I'm going to answer it from my own perspective, not like from anybody else's or anything like that. Truly, I believe if you are the best fighter in the world and you lose one tournament or lose to a specific person, it does not take away from your value. It does not make you not that world champion or that best fighter in the world. Now, if that person, let's just say if you refer to me, if I feel like I'm the best person in the world and I lose to someone or lady one time, we all get caught, we all make mistakes, we all fall. But my job as being the best fighter in the world is to get up and correct and adjust at any level that I have to still continue to be the best fighter in the world. Now, if that person or someone else beats me on a consistent level, or if I start to lose on a consistent level, then that to me will start to take away from you being the best fighter in the world. But just because someone beats you one time or you lose one tournament, no, sir. In my opinion, it does not take away from you being the best fighter in the world.
Oh, I totally agree with that right there.
Indeed.
Totally agree with that. I do feel like I will be one of the top fighters of my generation and my time frame. That definitely took a lot of losses, a lot of learning losses, I would say, because I definitely went back to the drawing board and tried to adjust things to make sure that the next time we saw each other, it was nowhere near the same score. And definitely with me being the victorious winner of that one.
And if I lose to that person again, I don't want it to be in the same manner, which means I made the adjustments I needed to, and you had to have beaten me in a different manner.
Hey, now.
You said something you said when you lost, it was a learning lesson. That's another point I didn't get out, I didn't think of, but it also hit home. When you are, again, the best fighter, losing teaches you to win.
Woo. Y'all better write that down somewhere.
Losing teaches you how to be a winner, and it teaches you to win. Because again, what you said in the word we both, or I love to use with my kids that I train, is adjustments. If you make the adjustments, or let's take that away. If you can't or don't make the adjustments to me, that means you are not doing it in a learning lesson. You are doing it more of a competitor standpoint, which is fine. But if you continue to lose in the same way or the same manner, to me, again, that takes away from you being the best fighter. The best fighters make adjustment. Speaking of a best fighter, what's his face fought round 3 in UFC last night. They fought their third. And Conor McGregor, to me, in my opinion, got his butt kicked that second fight.
Ooh.
But last night, which I haven't seen it, I've only read.
Don't worry, guys.
Comments.
Don't watch it.
I've read certain things that was posted, and from what I've read, he made the adjustments that he needed to make. And I like Conor. I think I said his name correctly.
Dustin Poirier.
Him. That one. I like him because he's down here from the South like we are.
Mm-hmm.
I like McGregor because into point fighting. He uses a lot of point fighting techniques. I kind of was in the middle. I was kind of had that line drawn. I just want to see a good fight. I didn't actually get to see it, but I heard that Conor came out and put himself back on top as being the best MMA fighter in the world in his weight class. And he also did it after taking a loss, which means his loss taught him how to win for his trilogy, because it's called a trilogy.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's, to me, makes him the best fighter in the world in his weight class in the UFC.
Woo! So big shout out to the US Open. They started early as hell on Friday morning.
I was still in my pajamas, y'all.
I got a phone call talking about get up, get here now.
On your way.
It's on and popping. So Mimi, tell us anything interesting that you saw over the tournament this past weekend.
Let me start with that phone call you received. I will call you because I had all this running through my mind at the time that I called you to get up and get here. I had all of this going through my mind because the first fight that came up on my Facebook stream from Point Fighter was Bailey, the best fighter in my opinion. You heard me last time, and I'll say it again. At this moment, at this time, in this situation, I believe, my own personal opinion,
He's the real deal.
Raymond Daniel is and was, Cam is and was, but at this moment, at this time, to me, Bailey is the best fighter. But I actually turned it on to see him lose.
Ooh.
And I turned it on, and to see him lose, he lost in teams. He fought his fight. He brought his team back from down some points because I think Richie Rich, which is
Brandon Ballou.
Hey, Lil Richie. I think that he didn't have his best tournament or his best fight, which put them down, I believe. And then they fought with another fighter. I think his name, they were calling him Ronnie. I've seen him before. But they fought as men on a men's teams together for straight up. And I saw him actually lose. And if you correct me, who did he lose to on Legends?
Oscar Guzman.
That's the one. Him. I like him. He's from down here in the South, somewhat like we are. And he put on a great fight against the best fighter in the world.
That he had just lost to
a couple of weeks ago.
A couple weeks prior.
Absolutely. He made the world champion. I want to be the best person or the best man in the world. Adjustments. And fought him better. But he also, my point was, he was winning on the team fight. So that definitely matters. But Bailey, back to Bailey, he fought his normal fight. He fought the way I've seen him fight, not anxious, not rushing, but being patient and relaxed. So even though his team lost, my opinion, the way he fought his individual fight to, one, bring him back as a being down. I can't remember the score when he was up, but I would have to guess it was at least 3 to 4 points.
Yes, they were down 4.
Okay,
his fight.
Okay, so something around that nature, and for him to make the adjustments that he did to bring him back, and not only bring him back, to send him into overtime. That to me adds more to him being.
And they had about 6 clashes in overtime before Oscar actually.
He did it.
Pulled out.
He did something we like to call the Cam. I think
that's right.
That last point. That Cam Dawson.
Ha ha! Bow. Yes, it was smart.
Yes,
he fought Bailey very well. But like I say, big shout out to Bailey.
Very big shout out to Bailey.
Bailey makes sure he's in the top 4, if not going to be the top 2. Anything he competes in. Bailey's used to going to tournaments winning open weight, lightweight, gram, and teams.
Correct.
That is a triple crown. He sweeps it.
Correct.
This is the first time in a while that I watched Bailey did not sweep the whole entire tournament. but Bailey fought his ass off for that fight against Oscar, and Oscar did not let go of the gas. Absolutely. I tell you that. So that's a big shout out to them.
And Bailey didn't let his loss in teams on Friday dictate what he did on Saturday.
Oh no, I think it motivated himself.
Absolutely, that's what a loss should do.
I think he was motivated. I saw a different Bailey when I watched fight on Saturday. I tell you that, and Absolutely. That Bailey was like on go mode. Absolutely. That Bailey was on go mode. I did not watch the finals.
I didn't, and I apologize, people. I didn't.
Yes,
either.
We didn't catch the finals.
We didn't catch the finals because I actually was looking for the young lady from Next Level with the McLeland, McAllen,
Macmillan,
Katie. That's the one. Katie. Hey, Katie.
I hope you did well over the weekend.
Yes, I hope you did awesome. And if you could post or send me a message or something on Facebook to let me know how you did, and I will definitely make those corrections because you are somebody. Traditional forms. Weapons, no weapons, whatever you're doing, I would like to be there as a fan and as a spectator to watch what you've done, because I personally at that age did not see many people looking like you besides, I already said it last time, Casey Marks. So I definitely would like
Casey Marks Nash.
Excuse me and pardon me.
Casey Marks Nash.
Correct. The wife of the legendary Trevor. Correct.
The sister-in-law
of the legendary Chelsea.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a whole family of dangerous.
Woo! Dangerous.
That's a whole family.
I remember when they came and swept a tournament. You remember that?
Ooh.
Battle of Atlanta?
What year was that?
I don't know, but I tell you what.
They posted money bags.
They had a trash can with a bag in there full of nothing but money. Woo! A karate tournament that they did not bribe to get. They whooped ass to get.
Because they were the best fighters, forms competitors, and martial artists on the planet.
Yes, Lord.
At that moment, at that time, and for a long time coming.
Lord mercy! Y'all heard her.
I'm just giving my opinion. That's all I like to do.
So let's move over to some of them women.
Women always start the show. Women always start the show. And I want to say, because you brought it up, your little sis, a member of the Plowden family.
Mo!
She came out. And I saw her first fight in junior teams. I'm sorry, not in junior teams. I apologize.
That was years ago, Mo.
I'm old, Mo. You know that. I saw her fight in women's teams. My correction. And she fought against Team Legend, or her team fought against Team Legend.
And who's her teammate?
Her team was Alexis. From don't tell me, Sherman. That looks like Gina. We thought that she was Gina's twin.
Mr. Elliott.
Mr. Elliott. I'm sorry, Mr. Elliott.
Sean Elliott, baby.
My correction on that too.
Oh yeah, Gina Jr.
That's what we call her.
Gina Jr.
And that is by compliment. It's not meaning anything negative or derogatory.
Because you're really the big Gina. She's a little Gina.
Correct. Size, because you were bigger than Gina at that age. Because I remember Gina at that time. So yes, she fought with Morgan. And they fought women teams. And they fought women teams against Legend. And Legend had Hope Hamilton. Okay. I fought Hope one time before, I believe.
Big shout out Hope back out there. I see you, Hope.
And Hope looked decent. She looked fast. She looked like she knew that she wanted to be out there. She looked like she was trying to make a statement.
Good.
She fought, in my first time ever seeing her and Alexis fight against each other.
Ooh.
And that was a good fight. Again, pardon me, but I don't remember the exact score. But I do know that Hope won.
Okay.
Hope in that matchup, they were up when Morgan stepped up against Cassandra.
Whoa.
From Legend.
Cassandra?
Yes, Cassandra that I was talking about from Battle.
The young lady that kicked off both legs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one, her. And the one, her father, we're very good friends with, Augusto. Yes, from Mexico City. Fights with Legend. Yes. I do know it was a good fight. I do know that Morgan and Cassie, or Cass, excuse me, depending on how you know her, or her name is Cassandra, to be exact. I don't know when they got up if Cassandra knew who she was fighting, but I have to assume she's in our point fighting world, so she knew it. I have to say again, I don't know the score, but I know that Cassie fought Morgan correct.
5-2 was that score.
And she fought her good because she was winning.
She
had no reason to go forward. She had no reason to put pressure on Morgan, but Morgan had all of the reasons to go after it and to go and try to come out on top in this team fight. Now, the confusing part The confusing part to me, because y'all know I'm old and I take shots to the head. My brother beat me up.
And every tournament, different rules, different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely. Not saying it's politics, but tournaments are run differently, and they actually combine different leagues.
Yes.
And circuits.
So they use their local leagues rules a lot more than they use.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Or whatever else organization they're connected with, they use a combination of both rules. So I don't understand, or I don't know how this happened or why, but I know what I saw. And what I saw was Morgan Plowdy. I'm not going to say her age because honestly, I don't know her exact age, but I do know she's over 18. That much I do.
Oh, yes. This is over 18. Yes.
And Cassandra, who I met at Battle for the first time. I didn't realize who her father was until she told me that. But once she told me, we started to connect and talk and reminisce a little bit when the last time I was at Mexico City. And what I do know specifically is Cassandra is not over 18. She is somewhere in the 17 and under division. And I don't know a specific age for her either, because again, we just met a few weeks ago and I'm old and I get hit in the head. But I am not sure if she's 18. I'm not sure when she turns 18. I'm not specifically sure of anything with her age other than I know she fought in the juniors division in Battle.
And what did she fight in U.S. Open?
U.S. Open again. I saw her fight Morgan in women's teams. But then I saw her post and some video of her fighting in a junior girls black belt division. And I'm not quite sure how that happened. Again, if it went through, if they allowed it, I'm sure that there was something rule-wise or something that went on that we ourselves personally don't know. Which I'm not taking away from either fight, Morgan nor Cassie. I just want to understand.
Or the coaches for doing it. That was smart.
Yes. I mean, because it was a great matchup. I would pay pay-per-view on a virtual fight, hint, hint, for Morgan and Cassie to fight each other. Which, I mean, I think experience will always
But that would be a very good fight for
0-0. Nobody can run. Nobody could be more aggressive than the other. Nobody would come up feeling like I got to make a comeback. It would be straight up 0-0.
Yeah, so I have to agree with that. But sis, that is very crazy because once you kind of move up in adults in our little realm, we fight for money. So that kind of turned us from being an amateur fighter to a pro fighter. Right, I let that be out in California. Anything above $100, $99.01 automatically make you a pro fighter. So you can't go back to being an amateur again once you go pro. That's one thing that we always learn. And then moving into the adult division, being at 17, about to be 18, you had to decide on what you were going to do. It was not going to be, I'm going to do both on this one Pacific circuit. You might have had done juniors over here and then adults over there. But to be able to do both at one event, one house, one roof.
Absolutely. Should be the same rules for everybody.
It should have been the same rules. So she might have may need to have fight adults for the whole entire tournament. I don't know.
Or juniors.
Juniors the whole entire. But she did teens first, so I'm going to say adults because that's what she moved herself into. And she fought and won money.
Absolutely.
So that made her a pro fighter for the weekend. Although she's already a pro fighter, semi-pro up there anyway because she's badass. She's badass. Don't take nothing away from her. But being able to juggle back and forth from juniors to adults, I think we need to get some more precise rules on that and a better understanding so we know what to do with our own kids.
Absolutely. And if somebody knows the reason, the whys, or what happened or how it happened, please help us understand. Other than that, that's my only question for that matchup because they actually won women's teams.
See?
Hope and Cassie, or Cassandra, Team Legend women, won women's teams. And that's a great achievement in itself.
They won't even let the seniors fight 18 and seniors at one event.
So if you're 18 or you're over 30 plus, you have to decide and choose. Is that what you're telling me?
You have to decide and choose where you want to be.
But wait, I got a question.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
And this would have been my years a couple years ago when I was on KTOC. that I recall one of the top judges and promoters on the NASCAR circuit had told me specifically out of his mouth that rule had changed and that you could do both as long as
they weren't running at the same time.
They weren't running at the same time, because then that's where it became you had to choose.
So guess what they started doing? They started running them on purpose at the same time. So that way you choose. Forget the fact you're going to pay for an extra division and give them some extra couple dollars. They're not even looking at that. They already made their max for the weekend. They want you to decide on where you want to be. So you guys need to decide. But big shout out to Team Legend.
Absolutely.
Sensei Tony.
Absolutely,
mad respect.
Sir.
You be putting together some good squads, sir. I be noticing.
Sensei.
Because he had a couple fighters out there this weekend. And I did see John the Bullet out there this weekend.
Woo-hoo.
John the Bullet got his TV replugged. John the Bullet got his TV replugged. And Mimi, you know what? I do gotta apologize. John Catello do deserve to be on that fight card virtual tour fighting. Whether he's fighting Tyreek or whether he's fighting Tyson, he does go down as one of my people I think deserve to have a fight on that fight card.
You know, John was a teammate of mine also on KTOC, and he's still on KTOC. I didn't know much about John or Tyreek.
Yes.
Before joining that team, because from what I understand, and remember, they were both there before I got there. So to learn about them both on the same level, John is such a great, what's the word I'm looking for? And this is all with all due respect. He is that untold, unwatched fighter that you overlook.
Yes, ma'am.
That you see has the greatest abilities, but you go, that'll be my warm-up fight, or that'll be my weakest link. There, to me, after seeing John fight this weekend and in the past, there is nothing weak about John Catello.
No, ma'am. 2015, the year that I fought him at Battle, him and I fought 3 times that year as far as who's going to make it to the finals to fight for the lightweight different events.
Okay.
One being Battle, second one being don't get me wrong, John. Second one would have been Diamonds. Third one would have been Pan Am.
Okay.
I did pull out 2-1. He beat me at Diamonds. But to see him consistently come through that 139 and under division, John is consistently the winner of that division. I mean, John has amazing timing on his defense. Amazing timing.
That sniper psychic.
He
gutted. Who did we see him gut?
John the Bullet.
That's like the little legend dude. Hey, little legend dude.
Pow, pow.
Listen, it's okay. It happens.
Because he kept fighting.
And he tried to hold him. So see, that was one of also the best fights because of them, the excitement, the speed, the overlooking the both of them as fighters, and them going head to head like they were the best fighters in the world.
Yes, ma'am.
And from that fight, just that one specific fight, I have no idea if they fought before in the past or if they'll fight in the future. But from that specific fight, the way they fought each other, they were fighting up there for a diamond ring. They were fighting up there for that stage ESPN show, Fighter of the Night on ESPN. They were doing all the things to become the best fighter in the world. Now, whether they do in the future or they don't, I can see that they both hold and they good qualities to help them. One being John and being having the experience that he has. Bullet.
I actually think both of their names is John, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check, but I think both of their names are
John 1 and John 2. That's what we're gonna call them.
Big John, Little John, because they look like out there. Big John, Little John. But I tell you what, big shout out to that division. That division was on live.
That's it.
Enrique.
Hey,
I hope
homie.
they make you listen to this.
Hey, little homie. I like you. I like you.
You about something, boy. You about something. And I love the fact that you're back out there.
Yes.
I really can't wait for the time to be able to fight.
He out there with a chip on his shoulder.
And fight you as into being able to have a chance of testing your ability and you testing mine. Because I tell you what, you got an amazing leg, young man. Amazing leg.
If I could
accuracy for one of your kicks, I'm not going to yell it out, but the accuracy for one of your kicks, sir, man, it's a drop duel. It's a drop duel. I watched that boy put his foot on my little brother K Swift head.
I was just about to say
kicked his mouthpiece out. Water boy, catch. Water boy.
I love K Swift. You know I love you. But K Swift, that boy leg is mean.
And he, after the virtual fight tour,
Went to battle.
Enrique came out and he came to a battle. That boy came to a battle. He looked amazing. Their team looked amazing. Big shout out to Coach. I saw you out there, Daddy. Saw you out there, Pops. I seen you out there, baby.
Yeah.
Big Swole out there now, baby. That Big Swole.
We all have PP, I told you.
Oh, not
everybody but you.
Not me.
Everybody don't count, but you don't count, actually. We count.
I was with the young guys training. I was doing my training, get my training with the young boys.
I think it was Jelly Bean making you run around the house and chase her all day. Don't be trying to lie to these people on TV because we record. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know what you told me. I read between the lines, brother. You trained, but you ain't changed up nothing as far as right now at this moment. She kicking your ass. She is kicking your ass. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
I love y'all.
I love you too. I love you too.
Yes. Enrique, keep up with your doing. Definitely keep up the speed, the accuracy with your leg. Keep up mixing it up with your hands and your feet. The one thing I would add and think, this is the only one thing I think, your blitzing shouldn't always be up top. Your blitzing has to be in a, what's the word I want to use, in a manner to where it throws them off. If you constantly keep going up top, it's going to become a rhythm and a habit. And from what I saw, that was what I picked up on your rhythm and your habit. I'm not someone that's going to be matched up against you in the ring fighting, but if I had to coach against you, I would say,
shut
down him going up top. It's okay. You still got that sniper from hell.
Yeah, you do.
That sniper from hell. Your leg is a beast and will only get better. I see you one day representing and wanting to be and fighting to be the best fighter in the world, because right now you're on the right track.
Yes, sir.
You are definitely on the right track, so keep it up. Keep it up. And please, teach me how to kick like that.
Tyson Ray.
Yee.
I got to be honest with you, little Tyson. My first year into the men's division, I probably made it to the finals, a.k.a. Vegas, Golden Gate, Pac Jewel, and I fell short. That first year, I fell short fighting Damon Gilbert, Jason Borelli, Rayman, just Trevor Nash. A lot of those guys, I fell short. Tyson, I see you getting it, winning the fight, but the nerves of your relaxation changes your whole momentum of how you're reacting to the fight. Get on the strive of feeling like you're down the whole fight. No matter what, you're down. You fighting like you're down. That way, when you come out, you're on top automatically. That's one of the adjustments I see you just need to make. You just keep pushing. Like I say, you got an amazing father behind you, amazing coach, amazing instructor. You got a good squad on the side of you. But I tell you what, my man Gandhi better not get in trouble no more for standing up in his fucking chair. I tell you guys that.
Yee.
As I saw some crazy stuff this weekend with spectators going in the ring. Spectators, you are there to watch. You are not there to be the EMS
coach.
The coach. You are there to watch, cheer. Stay on the side of the line where that's what you're doing.
Not on the side of the line, on the right side of the table.
The table, the rope, the cheer,
absolutely.
The cord.
Where spectators belong.
The pole, wherever. So be on that side. There's no way you got one coach's cheer, you got 6 coaches.
Indeed.
You got to be you really the man then, especially if nobody say nothing to you.
And if one person gets a penalty point, everybody's
supposed to get a penalty point no matter what. I saw one person get a penalty point who don't even really do no NASCAR event, so he really don't know the rules. I wasn't there to tell him to stay seated. That's my fault. I was supposed to tell him to stay seated. But I see some other people get in the ring. I see some other people stand up in their chair, and there was no penalty points awarded. So you guys, I need y'all to solid that rule. Make it solid.
And the judges to be solid across the board.
No
not have
matter
some
what.
Call it and some not. If you are going to call it and enforce it, make sure that it's enforced across the tournament, not across just fighting, not across just women, not across just juniors. It needs to be across the board at every tournament, in every division, with every fight.
I mean, I saw spectators in the ring arguing with the center judge about what the score is. How is this possible? This cannot be going on. And it's going for anybody's event. You guys have to make it solid on the spectators. This is where the altercations start to become involved into the fight. Absolutely. Is having people outside the ring get inside the ring, but they don't really want to be in the ring. They just trying to make a point across the
like a soccer parent.
Oh yeah, soccer mom.
I ain't judging them. I might be one when my kids start playing games.
Oh yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Sure.
We have to learn as black belts, as black belt excellence. We have to learn to control ourselves and follow the rules.
Otherwise, the king of NBL gonna start sending out fines. I'm gonna start fining y'all last $25. I'm the king of NBL, baby.
I'm a fighter. I'm the king of everybody.
I'm the king of NBL, baby.
King, queen, anybody.
King of NBL. That's what they say.
I punch you too.
I'm the golden child. I'm the golden child.
Yes, and
give me the knife.
You brought up something about the rules, or we were just talking about the rules being the same across the board.
Oh yes.
And I'm going to switch it up just a little bit because I was deeply touched by what went on this past weekend in the world of track and field.
Oh!
I was deeply...
This is real shit now. Hey,
I was deeply...
Everybody.
Touched. Deeply, people did.
Everybody. Now listen. This is my sports news recorder right here. Recorder, whatever you want to call it. So anything that does outside of martial arts, I know who I can go to. If she don't know, she gonna find out within minutes. Within minutes, she gonna find out.
Sports keeps me closer to my
father. And I'm very disturbed and heartbroken. But really, we all human, so we make mistakes.
Absolutely. First of all, I do love sports. Anything, all things sports. I can't wait. Olympics start July 23rd. If y'all don't know, you better catch it.
You better be ready for it.
Sports helped me stay closer to my father. After his passing, I sit here and I think about me and my daddy watching sports and doing the same thing that we used to do when I was little, whether it was karate and wanting to find out how I was doing or what was going on, or sitting around with him when he didn't have to work. We watching sports because he loved it. So that's why I watch so many sports and ESPN and things like that, if you didn't know. Shacarri Richardson.
Who is this, Mimi? Tell me who this young lady is?
She's the fastest woman on the planet.
The fastest woman
on the planet. And in my opinion, the fastest woman as of now at this moment ever. And I say that as the present Jamaicans, they have an awesome team and they always have an awesome team.
Jamaica,
I say this for the past legends that we've had to run for us. And again, this is my opinion. It's not facts. I don't know everybody's race, what they want. I don't know everybody's best time. No, I don't. But what I know is what I like to see as far as a competitor, their speed, as far as how they step up and run at races. And when they run at different races, I like to see their competition and who they run against and how they go from one level to the next level, from that white belt to that black belt to that master to that grandmaster. Oof. That's what I would like to see. And I know that Shacarri Richardson, I may be a little biased. She's from Dallas, Texas. You know, everybody know me. I love any and everything Dallas. I'm sorry, not Dallas, but Texas.
She's from the D. She's from the D.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm from the G-Town, H-Town. It's / Galveston / Houston. That's where I'm from, born and raised. Shacarri made some mistakes, or made one big mistake. And I don't know if you know how I feel about certain things, but number one, for whatever she was going through, she said her mom had passed. She had some demons, basically, or skeletons, however you want to rephrase it or phrase it. She had things in her personal life going on a world platform, on a world, not state, not
local, city, county, none of that.
It was on the globe, goddamn, on the globe. She was predicted already to be the fastest woman at the Olympics. This woman knew the circumstances, just as I have in my own past about certain things.
Me too.
But I was either going through things or I overlooked things because of where I was at that moment, at what was going on, my mentality, my stress level, my panic, whatever it was. I overlooked or didn't care about certain things that I went through because of my own pressure. Now that this woman made a mistake and she smoked some weed and hit the blunt. I'll be honest. That's what she did.
Some marijuana,
and not only did she do it, brother, she did it during the trials. In Oregon, because that's where the trials were last month, excuse me. She did it. Now, again, what I heard, y'all. I don't know about what nobody else said. I only heard that marijuana, weed, the blunt, slows you down. Short-term memory loss. It makes your reactions are slower. Cardio, you can't breathe. It's not something to make you better.
Enhance.
It's not something to give you
superpower to go faster.
Superpowers, or to give you an what's the word I want to use? I want to use a head start on anyone else. It doesn't exactly prevent you from excelling, in my point of view.
But it
can, but
decrease you from being able to excel.
That's it. Okay. So when you do something that is scientifically researched as a downer to take away from your natural ability and things like that, if you do that, in my opinion, and you still go out and compete on a world level, and you still are considered the fastest woman in the world, to me, my point of view only, I don't think you should necessarily have it count against you. Now, I'm not saying that the rules weren't in place, because the rules were in place. She knew that it was illegal. Like when she did her interview, she said, I knew what I was doing. That is not an accident. That means she needs to pay the consequences. That means she needs to stay home as far as the 100-meter relay. Everyone does everything for their own reasons, but everything has consequences. If I know that I'm doing something wrong and I continue to go with it, then whatever happens.
That's right.
She got caught. I don't think she should run, but I think if she's able to run in the 4x4 relay or the 4x100 relay, I believe she should be able to run. What I think should be taken away would be that these rules for specific PED should be enforced. But if it's not a PED, I don't think that it should count against you, especially because here in the States, some states are legal versus some are not. She lives here in Texas, which is not legal.
Correct.
But she was in Oregon and she smoked a blunt, weed, a pipe, or however she did it, drank it, whatever. She did it in a state where it was legal. But as her job, as a professional world-class runner.
That's right.
That's where, me personally, again, people, I'm not judging.
No, we got glass walls. Our whole house may not be glass, but do know we have a whole wall that's glass, so we don't throw bricks at nobody's glass house.
Absolutely.
We just try to give y'all the experience of what we've been through, because we all have sat in there. Miss Richardson, trust and believe. I've been in it.
Nothing she does change my mind.
I've been in it. I can tell you, I've been around the tournaments and I smelled like marijuana, and people was like, "Hey, you
that was him, that. Not me."
Yeah, that was me. I only can speak for me, And then at the moment, 18, 19, it was like, so what? I'm grown. Like, you can't say shit to me. But not understanding that you have people looking up to you and you're a role model and you're a star in certain people's eyes and promoters loving you and certain things. You have to make sure that this is what you strive for, or this is what you came to lose after you didn't strive for it. So I had to learn like the difference in that. So I know that she's going through a moment now to where she's learning the difference on what was really important, because she knew, like she said, she knew what she was doing.
She did, and she still went forward, and she still did it. I love everything about this young lady, and when I say everything, I love the humbleness. I love the fact that she does have the long nails. I love the fact that she wears this lace front and she got the long hair and she got the rainbow colors. And I love her edge. She didn't let her becoming the best sprinter in the world change her mentality. Everything she does it because, like she said, I'm an Olympian and I belong here. She is fast. And to hold something against her in this manner. I've read comments about her and her support team, her surrounding people. And a lot of them have said, "Oh, well, her coaches and her family members."
I said something to you yesterday about it.
They should be held accountable.
Yes,
they knew what she was on, and she's only 21.
Yes,
and nobody should have let her do that. Okay.
Yes, I said that.
And remember, we talked about this last night. I said, brother, that is true. And I could have seen where you were coming from, but I couldn't agree with it. And I'm not judging her. I put myself in her shoes. Her Nike stilts and steets and cleats to run 100 on top on the world platform. I put myself in her position. Now, I remember when I was 21. I remember being in college. I remember having opportunities in karate with sponsors, with point fighting. I remember being in college and I'm playing college basketball, and I made promises to my coaches and to my school that I would not compete in karate because it was basketball season, and that's where my loyalty would lead and hold me during basketball season, because these people were paying for my education. I was there. I myself had my own choice to make, and I did what I, number one, thought was best for me, and then I did what I wanted to do. That was the magic thing. When someone as mentally strong as a Shacarri, to know and come out on that world platform as herself, not try to make herself what the world wants, not trying to make herself what the Olympics wants, not being who the track and field people want her to be, not being who her family wants her to be, but being herself. From my point of view, could nobody stop her from doing anything. And that's because I was there. I wanted to do this, this, and this. And how I did it, I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful. It didn't concern anybody but myself. So if my sponsor at the time called me during basketball season, if I didn't have basketball practice or I didn't have a game or a tournament, and she called me and said, the Las Vegas Legacy is going on, I want to go. I want to go too. I knew it was wrong. I knew I signed a contract with my school university saying I would not go, and I still went. And it wasn't because, number one, I was doing this. I love karate. Karate is my passion, my heart. I went to school for basketball because it was a free education, and my family told me I needed to take advantage of it.
And she knew how to hoop. No lie, she knew how to hoop. Ask Scotty Lewis. She knew how to hoop. Darryl Lewis, huh?
It's all right. I tried. Yeah. I'm a competitor. I tried. But I did every and anything I wanted to do at that moment, at that time, because that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't going through the mental or the issues of losing my parent at that young age. I didn't have that stress on me as she did in that moment as a world-class sprinter. That's two different levels to me. But at that moment in my life, at my time, I did what I wanted to do. So to say I had my parents in my life the entire time. My instructor, if you don't know, Ishmael Robles, and his ex-wife now, Jennifer Robles Watts, they were parents to me. I've had Cindy Gallio in my life as my parent. I've had so many people, such a good foundation and structured and what's another word? Counseling. I've had that from my parents, from my karate world. I've had that in my life. But at the end of the day, I didn't do anything I didn't want to do.
That's right.
And again, the reason I like her so much is because she reminds me of me. She's a little bit more flamboyant. She's a little bit more eccentric as far as stand out. But her doing what she wanted to do at that moment before the trials, once she knew she was the fastest woman, she said it after she won one of the semis, don't fuck with me. That's what she had in her head when she hit that blunt. No matter what I do, you can't fuck with me. So yes, she knew what she was going to go through. Yes, she knew that it was wrong, but you still can't fuck with her. And because she can't run, she can't be in that 100-meter dash to be the fastest woman in the world in a few weeks. When she come out.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm scared.
I'm
4 years?
4 years. Technically they had, I think, the world championships to start the process all over. In my point of view, you have the world championships, you have all these meets.
She's gonna dog.
She's gonna eat all of y'all alive.
Everybody that steps against her on that
Shelly Ann Price Woodman.
I'm telling you.
I have no disrespect. She is coming to eat all of you. Like she said, she's only 21.
She's on there, she say.
She's not going anywhere.
She belongs there.
If Addison Felix can run from the diaper to the grave in track and field, honestly, honestly, with no drugging issues and still running her 5th Olympics, this woman at 21 who never had a drug PD problem, steroid problem, only a weed problem. You don't think that girl gonna come out and run her heart out?
I'm sorry for y'all.
And she lost her mother, and the world is now watching her. So if you watching her, she gonna be her best. I believe, my personal opinion. But it's not gonna stop her from being who she is and what she want to be. And stop comparing it to Michael Phelps.
My sister know. This way, I know this is my fucking.
That's
sister.
not the same.
That's and I think that's what I had caught myself into.
It's not
trying to read what people saying about the comparison, and then when I understood the story.
Don't let nobody sell your dream.
Understood the story behind that. There's no comparison.
It's not. For Michael Johnson from Baylor when he ran, from Carl Lewis when he ran, those situations are not the same.
They're not the same.
Nobody in the history of the Olympics, from my understanding, as far as weed
during the trials,
smoked weed during the trials, they got suspended or kicked out.
No one. Not after winning their gold medal to celebrate.
Now, when they were
trials,
when they were banned or when they were disqualified, it was because they had PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, in their system. She did not have that in her system. She had weed in her system.
That is PED.
Michael Phelps got caught with weed once. That was before Olympic trials, world championships, whatever it was. 6 months.
Before he had to go piss in that cup.
He knew it. He knew when to do it, just like the NFL and the basketball players. You see them. I talk about them all the time. They smoke, but they know when to do it, how to do it, and why they're doing it. Michael Phelps, the second time when he got caught, it was another 6 months after he had already done what he was supposed to do, and he got caught, videoed, hitting a pipe. Could have been a crack pipe. We don't know what kind of pipe. We just know it was some type of pipe. They said it was a weed marijuana pipe. Okay. Yes, they both smoke weed. Michael Phelps and Shacarri Richardson smokes weed.
A lot of you motherfuckers out here smoke weed.
I'm not going to answer that.
I said a lot of you motherfuckers.
You, as in them.
Yeah, them.
That is not the same. It has nothing to do with black or white. It has nothing to do with the type of sports, a white sport versus a black sport versus any sport. I don't want to keep singing and hearing that, because this is not a manner of Black Lives Matter.
No.
It's a matter of someone, both of them, both to me, Phelps and Shacarri, going through
had broke a rule.
Well, they were going through mental and personal things.
Yes.
And for whatever reasons, they broke rules, but they broke them at different times.
Okay.
And they didn't, or Michael Phelps didn't let that issue overcome his Olympic dream. Shacarri, not saying she didn't care about it, but something outweighed her pain, her anger, her feeling, her emotions, all of that, and it was outweighed. My thing is, someone needs to get with her and find out why.
And pray with her.
And what is it?
Pray with her.
What is it that you are going through that made you overlook being the fastest woman in the world?
Right now at your time.
At 21. At 21. What made you so needy and dependent, because that's what it is, a dependency.
Yeah, it's a dependency, a crutch.
What made you so dependent upon smoking that blunt, hitting that pipe, whatever, eating that edible, whatever it was? What was it? How did you get there? How did it happen? When you figure it out as far as the counseling, then she needs to go to the therapy part and to learn to not hold on to it, but to let it go.
Express it in that room.
So she can hold on to the important things in her life that's really going to put her at a level to where she doesn't have to worry about any of this. Keep being the same you.
If y'all know Shacarri Richardson, go ahead and hook her up with Dr. Thompson right here. Straight up, I'm trying, people. I'm learning in school.
I
think they'll have a good conversation. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear what they'll be talking about.
I just want to be there to be like, girl, don't let these people stop you from doing you.
You hear that? That goes for everybody
out there. Just find a better way to do it.
That goes for everybody in the world. And sis, I think you told me today. This, sis, she was on fire today. She told me she got a quote today for y'all ass.
I do.
My sister say she has the quote of the day for y'all today.
I do, and this quote comes from personal experience.
See?
Personal, and it's the way I felt. And I'll be honest, if you didn't know, people, I am divorced now. And it was the way I felt going through my divorce, my own depressions, my own insecurities, I wasn't enough. I didn't do my job right, or I didn't have that black belt mentality to help control, help fix, or help prosper in my marriage. So this quote, it was something I actually really felt, and I wrote it down when I thought about it the other day, because Shacarri Richardson came up, and it was like I felt her pain. And my quote is, and some of you may have heard it, some of you may have thought about it on your own, but if you feel my pain, please reach out and let me know, because I love to have the people around me that go through the same things or feel the same way.
Get your pen and pad. Get your pen and pad.
And I'm gonna grab my little notepad because I don't want to say it.
I promise you, I just grabbed mine because I don't want to miss a word.
Okay. Don't reduce the price of someone else because you want to feel more valuable. It only makes you worthless. And I'm going to say it again. Don't reduce the price of someone else because you want to be more valuable. It only makes you worthless. And that one has stuck with me for a long time because I've always valued myself. My dad and my mother from day one always made me value myself, as far as if you don't value yourself, no one else will. But when I went through my divorce, I felt that my value, plus along with my dad passing, it started to diminish my own perception of what my worth was. And instead of letting it eat away at me, and instead of going into that state of depression, my first thought was, I'm a black belt and I'm better than that. And it's like any other competitive tournament or aspect in my life, basketball, karate. If I know that it's not true, if I know that I'm better than that, then I need to do better. I need to get out there and first do it in a manner to where it makes myself happy and it puts me at peace. But it also means that someone is looking at me and they're not seeing the real me. So that means I'm not being the real me. So all I need to do is do better.
Y'all heard that? I'm gonna add to her quote. I'm gonna add to this for my shooting stars out here. My shooting stars out here. Play your cards. Go against all odds. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still among those stars.
Absolutely.
Now that's Benny Siegel's I Feel It in the Air. It's a little part out of his song, but that part sticks out to me so much, and I've been listening to the song for so long. Play your cards. Go against all odds. That means you have to be willing to battle against everything somebody throw at you. Shacarri Richardson, everything somebody throw at you.
Absolutely.
Shoot for the moon. That's high. They say the sky is the limit. You shooting for the moon. If you miss, you didn't fail. You're still among those stars. Absolutely. That means the ones that didn't reach the moon, that we look at as superstars,
that burned out,
that you're still among those. So you guys keep striving,
keep shining,
keep wanting to be the best at whatever it is you're doing,
and keep being you.
That's all. Be positive. Bring positive vibes to people. Bring positive vibes out here to the world. We need to change it around. Today is the 4th of July. Independence Day. Back in 1776.
Hey, you told me something. I didn't know the exact date, brother.
1776, 1776.
Yes, sir.
On the 4th.
Get it, brother. Hey.
United States had declared independence against Great Britain.
We didn't want to be with her no more.
We didn't want to be with them no more. We wanted to have our own. And this is our own. This is our freedom of land right here, guys.
That's it.
Let's take care of it. Let's appreciate it. Tournaments coming up this week, because we damn sure got some tournaments coming up this week. Woo! We got a few all around the United States of America.
Absolutely.
We're going to start right here in the TX. We got the Gypsy Open down in Austin, Texas. Gypsy Open. Y'all don't want to miss it.
It's gonna be good.
Gil and his squad puts on an amazing tournament.
Absolutely.
Downtown Austin is where they're gonna be at. Absolutely. July 10th. You need to be there.
Let's get it.
Marcel. Hand down, man down. ATL.
He this weekend.
July 10th.
Hey.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Atlanta.
If you in the A, that's the place to be.
A-Town.
Billy Sweeney. Welcome back out. Billy Sweeney putting on the tournament this weekend down in Beeville.
Beeville, Texas.
Beeville, Texas.
You don't know about it? It's only a speck on your map.
That's all. On the other side of Victoria, somewhere down yonder.
Absolutely.
Down yonder. So those are our tournaments for the week.
It got 2 stoplights.
We're going to give a big shout out to our sponsors, which your silly has to do. Only got 2 stoplights too. Yeah, y'all know when you really go through a country city, there's only 1 or 2 stoplights in the city.
1 stop sign.
And 1 stop sign. And that thing got a stoplight by the school, a stoplight when you first come in the city, and a stop sign somewhere in between.
And a Piggly Wiggly, a McDonald's, and 1 gas station.
And a Dairy Queen.
You silly.
Big shout out to our sponsors. Of course, without God, that's our first sponsor automatically. We tell y'all that. Without him,
lay your hands on me, Jesus.
We not us. We not here. We can't be us. Big shout out to TP. Trav, no, I always want to give him a shout out.
Hey, toilet paper.
Because he definitely I don't know, just Trav believing in us when we didn't even believe in ourselves.
Now that's black excellence.
Yes.
Right there.
Oh yeah, that is.
Absolutely. That comes from the whole Plow family, but that's beside the point.
But
I was adopted, you know that, right?
Me too.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, brother.
Almost 31 years ago. Almost.
Mine was like 11, but we in there, thing.
We in there.
We in there. As long as we got our foot in there. They heard us knocking and they let us.
What? It sure did. Miss Plowden, Mr. Plowden, Avery and Morgan, they all definitely did.
That's it.
Even little Evan that was in there.
That's it. All of it. All of it.
Big shout out to the Martial Arts Network. That's us. You know.
Hey, us.
Make sure that y'all following us.
Us again. Here we is.
Not just the Lump and Mimi show, but the Martial Arts Network.
Absolutely.
Internet work.
They got shows, and they only going to get better and evolve, and they are on a platform to get better. So y'all better get on there while you can, because once we get our fan page and we get to our 5,000s, y'all got to figure that out on your own. Because
we aiming. Right now we at $2.99. Now y'all know I'm bullshit. We a little above that though.
Yeah, we getting there though.
I had about 5,000 friends on my Facebook, so yeah.
They hacked him. They took all his friends. He ain't friendly no more, y'all. Don't send no messages. We told y'all that.
Big shout out to the CTE. That's the Chris and Travis Entertainment. Yeah, I almost messed that up. Almost said something else. Look, had to catch that. Yeah. C-Dub, I saw you doing that Terry Creamer this weekend too. You better call your points out higher. I saw you. Put your hand high so I know you calling it too, Terry Jr.
Oh God, this is great.
Big shout out to the World Fighters Gang. That's all the fighters in the world. We're a gang. We stay solid. We stand tall for each other. We represent. We hold it down. We
fight inside the ring and with family outside.
Some of us.
You ain't gang then, fool.
All right. One thing I do want to say, please, guys, stay safe today.
Absolutely.
Stay safe. I know it's a holiday. It's still another day.
Don't drink too much.
Please be careful with the drinking and driving. It's getting worse.
Call me. I'll Uber you home.
I'm telling you.
I didn't say I was coming. I said I'd Uber you home.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And that's in a 2-mile radius. And I only got 3 cents to send you. No, I'm just playing.
If you ain't getting 2 miles then, guys.
I'm just playing. For real. If you need something, hit me up. For real.
Yeah, guys, be safe.
We got to be safe, and we got to lead by example.
We
really do.
So
I have fun, and I try not to be reckless. Okay? In my young years, I wasn't always like that. I just was about fun and entertaining myself, making sure a good time. As I've gotten older, my children, and having children, being a parent, I want to still enjoy my life because we need that, but we can't be reckless. And then we have so many people around the world watching us, and we are getting ourselves on a different platform. So we must do better to lead by example and make sure that we're doing things in black belt excellence.
Us, sensei.
Get it, baby.
So here, it is, July 4th. We getting ready to end it out on that Lump and Mimi.
He reckless. He still ain't remember. This man, okay, we're going to figure this out, y'all. I promise. Sooner or later, he going to realize that it is me, and Lump show. If he come back next week with a knot, it's because he was still confused.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys listening. Stay safe. Have a blessed one. Remember.
Love y'all.
Remember. The biggest thing is to make sure that we helping one another.
Absolutely.
Help somebody so they can help somebody so they can help somebody.
And if they don't want it, you still keep trying.
You got it. We love y'all. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the holidays.
See y'all next.
Cheers! Kia! Kia! Kia!